Well, good times on everybody. Welcome to the play-in race, or the Thunderdome. So on this channel, we got Moogle, we got Lynn, and we have Vex. If you were looking for other runners, check out the post in the Restream notification channel in the Crosskey Discord, and you'll be able to find other runners that are in the race. There are 17 altogether, and we've got all of them on a channel somewhere. I got Toffile and Wallkicks here to do talking for me. Pichu is going to track. I'm going to help Pichu track. And Tom will talk your restreamer. I'm going to hand it over to Toffile.
Hi, hello everyone, and yes, welcome to our one of my favorite times of the year, the Crosskeys tiebreaker plane race. This is going to be for all the runners who finished with 2 losses this year, and they are going to be trying to get into brackets. Right now, we have 17 runners in our race room. 2 runners, Cannon's Gone Wild and Bread, have asynced this race earlier, but their times are not public yet. So we have 19 runners total trying to get in for, I believe, 16 play-in spots in the brackets. Our top 8 runners are going to get a bye, and then the bottom 16 are all going to play each other in the first week. So it'll be interesting. There are only going to be 3 runners not making it to brackets out of this race. Today here on this channel, today here on this channel we have Moogle Charm, Lynn, and Vexter.
Yeah.
Pretty solid bunch here.
Definitely. Also, hello.
Hi, Wally.
I was like, we got everyone is rated up, but we are waiting on at least one other restreamer who asked for a couple minutes, so I'm going to give them that, and then I will go ahead and launch the room. As you mentioned, 19 runners total, 16 advance, 2 async runners, so their times will be posted once their time would have normally finished. Yeah, this should be fun. Not as terrifying as previous years, where this would be about like the number of runners that we would have in the race, but only about half of them would actually advance. But still a fun, just fun to get so many of these on and going. So
yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see how everybody kind of approaches this, because normally for a big race, I'm not sure if people might run it like you would with a normal qual for a big race, where you kind of try to play a little more safely, given the fact that there's only going to be 3 people missing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, this should be fun. Lynn's a former champion. Moogle dropped our fastest time for our Crosskeys seat.
He did.
This tournament. So if Moogle hasn't finished by 75 minutes, something's wrong.
And Vex has put in a fantastic tournament.
Yeah.
I know his file name is How Me Here, but you go 5-2, you deserve to be here. So Vex can absolutely come in and steal the show here. So this is gonna be a fun one. Like I said, we're still waiting on one more restreamer to get up and ready. Once they give me the okay, I will start the race, although we did have one runner unready, but they'll just be kicked out, except he's the main admin, and that would be rude of me, and I'm not gonna do that.
Don't worry. I'm sure he's giving emergency snuggles to Andy or something. But yeah, no, I mean, so over on the other ZSR channel today, we've got I think ZSR2. We have Apollino, Ramon, and Titos, which is a fantastic matchup in itself, and I think Adirondack, Rick, and Tracy are running that, so that's
I mean, it's there are so many streams up there that you can have. So I think you mentioned that there's a message or a pin that might have them. But
yeah,
if Gamma and AFG are going to be on Gilgamesh, Jesse Allison on Scottish Brave, Telethar and Marty on Gem's channel, Plasma Kappa Artie Walsh is on Yoinker's Wife, And then ALttP restreams is Dare Dash Aries TT Chaos, and then like you said, the this channel and ZSR2. So so many things going.
Yeah, I mean it's a shame that we're going to lose 3 of these runners, and I don't know which 3 of these runners it's going to be, because they really could go out anyway. Like I'm looking, Talthar's a fantastic, he's a fantastic runner. Marty, I remember the race that Marty had against Illis in Crosskeys a couple years ago in League, where Illis and Marty finished like in a 120 for Crosskeys, beating out Shady and Teto in a casual boots race.
That's crazy.
They started the same time, and the Crosskeys race finished first.
I mean that doesn't happen usually.
No.
And yeah, quite the craziness. All right, we have still just one more, still just waiting. So apologies for the slight delay. I am going to force this race to start soon, regardless. Norinato in chat. This will be my 3rd time seeing this run. So Norinato, as one of the Crosskeys admins, has been handling the async portion of it. She is the only one that knows anything about the seeds, aside from the 2 who actually run it. I know nothing about the seeds. I don't know the times. No, none of that. Norinato is the one that has the information.
And so it should also be said that I believe for this race, for this tournament, there was an allowance of different variations of Crosskeys that could be played. But for this one, I think we are just playing plain old vanilla Crosskeys. No pseudo boots, no mirror scroll, no AD, no key drop, no inverted, no overworld tile shuffle. That mode's actually really fun, by the way. I'm not gonna lie. We'll see how this goes.
Yep. Alright, I'm gonna launch this race in about 30 seconds. Regardless of whether people are ready. And by ready, I mean restreamers. Everyone is up and good.
We'll be probably swapping music between our runners today. Moogle right now has Crypto the Necrodancer. Vex is running Kirby Superstar. I'm not sure what Lynn's running, if we're going to put it. But he's probably running the Trails MSG that he made.
Alright. So yeah, so this is just a base Crosskeys, by the way. Hovering, Moldarn Bouncing Band, and yeah. So what Crosskeys? How we doing?
Crosskeys. Yeah. Alright. 2 uncles, two Link Star and a Sync Star, and as the Sync Star, and we're gonna get a land from both Vex and Lynn. Good.
Were you about to say it's the appropriate way to begin?
Yes.
I was gonna say, like obviously the 2 main starts. So like Moogle starting at Sanctuary, is in Kakariko right away, which is good because he's going to be able to get a lot more entrances before Lynn and Vex. But at the same time, he's essentially not going to have any. He's not going to have any tools like with what Lynn and Vex are going to do. They're going to have money, so they'll be able to buy bombs like right away.
Yeah. It's kind of that trade-off. It's also really good for kind of getting these 2 entrances out of the way, which are kind of the 2 hardest to get without a flute.
Yeah, definitely.
And of course we got the well there, so hopefully there are bombs. There's always bombs in the well.
There's something. And given that this is the kind of race where you're not necessarily focused on winning, you are focused on placing, that does tend to kind of switch up how runners perform.
Yeah.
Because if this was a 1v1, now you're like, oh, am I ever really going to come back here and do the one check in the back of the well? But in a race where you're placing, now you're just more focused on, okay, let me make sure this doesn't become an immediate lose condition for me 90 seconds into the race.
Yeah. Interestingly, we did get a bit of value out of the well. At the very least, we got a sword. So.
Yep, sword and a pod key, I believe.
Yeah. Vex is heading for the castle to go kind of see what Moogle did. Moogle's going to probably go and try to do a bit of a Houlihan here. Shore up that... somebody's checking this already. Everybody's probably just going to get really paranoid about getting all the drop-downs first.
Yep, exactly.
Bachrock's here. It's Swanky to Meyer. Okay.
And yeah, so we've seen 3 of our drop downs already. The one at this point that we're going to be looking for is to see where Ganon is. Is Ganon going to be behind Aga 1? Is he going to be behind Aga 2? Is he just going to be, free and available?
Yeah. Ooh, Fairy Ascension connector at the lake shop?
Yeah, that's what that was. And it's a good place to kind of just stop your route because, your next point that you were going to go after would have been the eastern area.
Yeah.
So, and you don't have bombs, and you want to try to go to that area with bombs. Lynn did find the connector took them to Floating Island, and of course, immediately, hey, I have another connector that I have to deal with, which he's going to take.
Yeah. I think with the fact that it's going to have to be a little careful because Mini Moldorm's not the best thing to deal with in the Dark World on 4 hearts, but manages to get through unscathed.
Ooh, and he's sent to the race game. This will be interesting if this is something. Because, normally when you're looking at this item, you're like, okay, get here with the mirror. It's just a heart container.
Yeah.
But you won't say no to that.
No. What I didn't miss doesn't look like anything of value is at the Desert Palace main chest. Let's see what's on the torch. Picky.
Alright, so good to know.
Ooh, okay. TR big chest entrance.
Yeah, one of the deserts. I mean, given that, that the deserts are here in Kakariko, I don't mind the immediate save and quit.
Yeah.
I do appreciate the disparity in health already. Lynn is pulling away in health.
Yeah. Where did Desert Right end up? Was that just sitting over in the bottom of Death Mountain?
I didn't...
This is left.
Desert Left, I know, is Laser Bridge.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's much harder to keep track of 3 whole runners.
Yeah. Shop and Cac. Lynn, Lynn's gonna...
Lynn is approaching Kakariko south to north, so he took connectors that took him to Kakariko. He hasn't actually saved and quit to Sank yet, so he actually doesn't know that Sank is just here in Kakariko.
Yeah. Okay, 45, back at average, just a map.
So I saw Chicken Hut didn't have anything of value. It's looking like this Kakariko's kind of meh altogether.
Yeah.
Vex did see a dark cave. I wasn't able to identify which one it was. Oh, there's Laser Bridge.
Yeah, no, none of these checks in Laser Bridge they're all going to be in Laser Bridge at the same time. None of these checks are in Logic without a Mirror Shield or some Force Armor to invincibility item. But
yeah.
I mean, all hot small
Hotkey, yep.
So when it turns out that our Dark Maze and Pothead both like, burn in the cape, that'll be logically relevant. And we don't care because it's just a mirror shield.
Yeah.
Alright.
So everyone pulled off the bootsless laser skips pretty well. Vex's movement was a little bit interesting because like he doesn't put himself like he puts himself in a position where he gets hit and then he adjusts, whereas Lin and Moogle kind of do a little bit more conventional where they're not in a position to get hit and then just use the timing of the laser to go around. So I mean, hey, if it works, it works.
Yeah. By the way, that's 3 entrances of Turtle Rock. In CAC.
Oh yeah, because we saw the big chest entrance as well.
Yeah.
Interesting. Vex is
going for chain jumps, which
this is a little rough because your fighter sword Oko mode. Given that you do have a save and quit here in Kakariko, I would probably avoid this until I'm a little bit better equipped, or if I even just have another Turtle Rock key. Given that you have as many, with all the entrances here, you can at this point probably safely assume that you only are going to need like at most 2 keys to finish Turtle Rock.
Moogle goes sees race games just a hard container. Back of escape was just 2 hard pieces.
Yeah, not a whole lot there. Again, Vex is picking up that heart. It's not worth it. The pokey is 4 hearts, so it'd be Oko minimum whatever he's doing. So hopefully he gets it this time. He had a fairly decent strategy for the pokey. But it just wasn't going like the pokey, once it's down to just the head, tends to move a little bit quicker, and so if you're not prepared for that, you will get bodied because he still does 4 hearts.
I kind of my personal feeling, I think, would be with you and kind of like skipping this, but just because like it's in CAC and where you've seen 3 of the other, he hasn't seen, I don't think he's seen the big chest entrance, but he has seen Laser Bridge. But that's
he gets rewarded for it. All right, good job on his part.
Yeah, that's really nice. Which connector did Lin follow to get up on them?
Lin took the dark cave. No, he took the dark cave. So the dark cave that was in Kakariko must have been DM Descent, and so he was able to take it over onto the mountain. So yeah, Lin is on the mountain. This is going to be good for Lin, assuming that you're also able to save the old man here, because that just gives you another save and quit point. Hey, look, a Moon Pearl. Hey, you know where entrance that is?
Was that Fortune? Oh no, that was just... Oh god.
Do you know how many times I tell people to not leave this entrance?
Yeah, that's a pretty easy entrance to lose.
That is very much an entrance that a lot of runners can put off for a long time, because like, okay, you start at Link's house or whatever and you don't get bombed, so you're not going to come to it, and then you're doing all of your CAC stuff, and then you are... suddenly you're 25-30 minutes in and you haven't checked the entrance that is literally closest to Link's house. And in this case, it has the Moon Pearl.
Yeah. Top Old Man was top of Spec Rock. I mean, I think Lin will probably just take a look at the rest of the mountain and probably do the Dark World entrances at GT.
Yeah, very interesting. And so Moogle is going to have his options here, because now he has the Moon Pearl. Nice shovel. So he's going to see that there's another connector here on the mountain. Probably not be super incentivized to take it. I'd probably be a little bit more focused on the other 2 DDM entrances, given that I have the Moon Pearl. Obviously check the item.
Yeah, the problem is like it's Spec Rock, so I'm pretty sure Lin probably would have, but he's already upstairs to go get the item.
Mm-hmm.
Moogle's just like, no.
Yeah. And it looks like another connector in Kakariko that I didn't see the first time was the Old Lady connector, which took us just to the cave near desert.
Just came here. Nothing, just some arrows.
Yep. So we're gonna take this. Okay, so this is the front of Old Man Rescue, so he's gonna end up on the mountain here with Lynn.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Moogle identified which of the dark caves was in Kakariko when he saw it. He might recognize when he goes in there and sees it.
Yeah.
So otherwise, you're kind of in a pickle as to like, oh, do I want to take a connector, or do I want to do the 2 DDM entrances?
So it'll be interesting to see if there's anything here in Dark Death Mountain. Len's gonna get to this set of entrances without the Moon Pearl, but Moogle will.
Mm-hmm.
These 2 usually are hopefully nothing. And of course, it's Miner Shed.
And of course, it's an immediate item kit that you're like, I hate this. And the thing is, Lynn's next entrance is probably going to be the one that gets in the Moon Pearl, because he's largely done with Kakariko at this point. You know.
Yeah.
So this will feel a little bit bad. Vex is going to continue hanging out over in South. Over in the South Hyrule area, you know, at the desert entrance. Oh no, Lynn's going to go north. That also makes sense.
Yeah. There's a Pawn Palace and a compass here over on the drop down.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll be out of this pretty quickly.
You know, we still haven't been up to the forest and Agawan or the Vanilla Sank drop down, so still some options for Ganon. I'm not gonna lie, I'm assuming we saw whatever drop down was at Magic Bat. I just don't remember what it was.
I'll give you a hint. We need powder for it.
Gasp, vanilla.
Alright, Vex is gonna head for the Lost Lords here. We still haven't seen Uncle, which is... Ooh, Pod. Alright. Pod with a bow for Vex. And 2 smalls.
Yeah, so he's going to have some things to do here. Lynn, taking the Old Man Save and Quit, finds it's at GT, which is, you know, not the best.
Considering that Lynn knows that Meyer's shit is at Spike Cave, that's actually really nice.
Yeah, I would say, it'll be really nice very specifically for going back to Meyer's shed once Lynn gets the Moon Pearl.
Yeah. But we're going to go see a bit of Pod here. Lynn doesn't have a bow, but Mimic Clipping exists, so...
Yep, and I know Lynn will be able to Mimic Clip just fine.
Yeah, also, he also has 2 smalls, so... Probably going to get the same value out of here that Vex will.
Yeah, I see Vex also has... Oh, we got a 3rd Pod small key. Vex also has a Thieves Town small key. Was that here in Pod?
No.
Okay.
I saw him pick it up, and I don't quite remember where it was.
No worries. There was nothing of value in Meyer's Shed. Moogle was able to check that real quick.
Yeah.
So Moogle's probably going to immediately save and quit to Old Man and just find himself literally right back on the mountain. That might lead him to check the Spec Rock connector.
Yeah, you're up here. You might as well.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to take 1 fireball and you've got that.
I'll take a second one. Scary.
They boxed him in. We're
in trouble now.
Lionels aren't usually.
No.
Oh, the snipe on the side.
Yeah, it's fine. I do see on Vex's side a hook shot, which I'm assuming Lynn is about to get.
Yeah.
By the way. So the ability to either kill the Pokey in Turtle Rock or Mimiclip, Mimiclip the seed is fairly strong.
Yeah. Hey, Bulldog took shot.
Because you're gonna, because like Vex is like, oh, I have this bow that's locked by 4 Turtle Rock keys. I'm doing just fine.
Meanwhile, Moogle has found, I believe the back of Old Man Saving Clit is just straight up Dark Fortune Teller. Oh, Big Key to Desert.
And yeah, it was, so...
Yeah. So, Moogle's just going to get sidetracked by doing Dark World stuff for a while, I think.
Yeah, which, is perfectly fine, because, like, because he's had this Moon Pearl for so early, he is going to have a little bit of a, of an overall, what's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah.
He'll have explored a lot more than what Lynn and Vex have. Now, Lynn and Vex will have the items, but it's a trade-off essentially.
Yeah, I think Vex went for Pots of Crystal.
Yeah, does have that map. He likes to play risky. We're sitting on 1 heart here in the Dark Maze.
Yeah. Lynn's not going to spend that extra small key. Alright. But that's a really nice 11 out of 14 in the pot for the first time. That's really nice. Gonna have to scrounge up an extra pot small at some point, but those come.
Yeah, you're not too worried about pod smalls at this point.
Yeah.
There was a Quake medallion on Moogle's side.
Yeah. 1 Hyrule Castle small locked. Okay, here's the Uncle.
I'm assuming this had to be at the forest.
Yes, yeah.
GT small portion, half magic. You don't hate half magic.
No.
Moogle, please just use another bomb. That will like, why use one? You have 9 bombs. You could have just. It's fine. Probably a little too dangerous to go after Dark Cross at this point, considering he is in the Dark World, and so everything there is going to do 2 hearts to him.
Yeah. Probably just see if you can find the Late World entrance just to reset the. Moogle is just getting. So some seeds it's incredibly hard to get to the top of Dark Death Mountain.
Yeah,
and then
other
there's
times
this
it's really easy. Yeah, and at least for him, it's like, okay, now I can check this connector. I am curious to see if maybe he will attempt a bomb jump, but who knows? We do see that behind Agua 1 is a small key, everybody's favorite.
So that leaves the Fairy and Ganon at sync.
Yes. Okay. An interesting bit of sequence breaking off of Moogle's part to get him onto Desert Ledge, but does not have a glove to check the other entrance, which could have made that a little bit more valuable.
Yeah. Interesting. We kind of missed it, but Ice Palace is at the back forest, the forest.
Yep. And I did see Eustace area at sync, so we have a vanilla Ganon, I believe.
Yep. That's not too bad.
No, given that we already have knowledge of the hook shot, I don't think the runners are going to be too concerned there.
Alright. Vex is going to go clear off this one off in the well.
Yep. Again, a little bit more playing to, hey, let me not put myself in a lose position in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So this is going to be Lynn getting their Moon Pearl. Vex is starting at Sank again. A little surprised at this. I'm trying to think what.
We pulled Desert Palace. We pulled the Desert Palace big key.
I guess, yeah. And if Desert's right here, which it is, so okay. Little bit more understanding, and I think he's seen where Desert left goes. So this is probably just going to be a big chest to Desert right play.
Yeah. Yeah, and here comes Lynn now with the.
I've got the Moon Pearl back to my shed.
Interesting. Now we're kind of like starting to. It feels like whatever our actual like logic for the rest of the seed is now kind of sitting over in the eastern region, or maybe down at the dam.
Yeah,
because like we're kind of just sitting out of logic by the land for the most part right now, which is like everyone's favorite position to be in Crosskeys.
It's true.
Look, at least it will be better. Right now, it's at least a bit better than last year's. Everyone is a bit out of logic with the Hyrule Castle small key. And we all know the Hyrule Castle small keys at the top of GT.
Last year was just fun.
And then sitting next to the mirror, that was also what people needed.
That looked like a vanilla Desert Right exit, by the way.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's see. I see Lynn headed south, and I think Moogle was. I don't recall the path that Moogle took along.
Moogle went started to do North Dark World and got sidetracked with Hyrule Castle Dark Sink.
Okay, that's what I thought, because it felt like this is stuff that Moogle hadn't seen, and despite having the Moon Pearl as early as he did.
Yeah.
So.
Oh boy! First Castle Tower key.
Oh boy, Castle Tower key, and this will be. Lynn is gonna just finish Hera with the sword and the hook shot.
Yeah, Vex also kind of getting stuck up here on the mountain.
Yeah, so he's gonna take the same path. He is gonna need to go get that Moon Pearl, soon. Again,
yeah.
You can't kind of falling a little bit into the trap of. I have so many other random things that I can go do that this entrance so close to Link's house is getting not necessarily even isolated, but just like, hey, there are other things. We do find Hype Cave. I don't recall. This is in the eastern area, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Do get our fourth pod key amongst all of the runners.
And the Hyrule Castle map was convenient. The Tower of Hera map was conveniently located in the Tower of Hera. So it's a crystal. We have to do this,
of course.
Now for literally my least favorite vanilla boss fight in the game.
And yeah, Vex is now heading east, where again you have the closest entrance to you to go do. When instead that we're going over to the eastern area, which again, it's not the wrong play. It just you were seeing runners, put off a play that is, especially in a race where 16 of 19 runners are going to make brackets. You probably want to try to be as efficient as possible. We do find Paradox. Hello.
So I think this is the Eastern Palace entrance.
Yes, that sounds right. Lynn finds Hookshot Cave with the hookshot in tow. Gets a cape out of it. And a fire rod.
And Bombos.
Hello, Ice Palace. I'm here to negotiate.
Okay. Now all we need now is the lamp to lock both bows. Hera Big Key. Meyer Small. Oh god,
Hey, the
okay,
lamp.
never mind. We have the lamp, the buck. Jesus Christ.
Alright.
That's not about all.
No, definitely not. You know, the Hera Big Key is going to be interesting, given that, ooh, we're going to take this for sure. Yeah, the Hera Big Key is going to be a little bit of interest because Lynn obviously cleared Hera without the Big Key.
Hello, ALttPR.
Also, shout outs to our amazing tracker, Pichu, and Tom as well. Two people tracking 3, never a fun thing. Oh, Mugo's going to take this connector. This is a little unfortunate because this was okay. Didn't burn him.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see where the other side of Hookshot gave it out, but Lynn now with both fire sources is just going to go do Hair Basement and get it out of the way early.
Yeah.
Pyramid Fairy is...
Lynn is having a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
Look, when you do something like this, when you accidentally mess up and you're like, oh no, then you start having a little fun. But it does recognize that he needs to take some amount of damage. Oh, gets a hammer. Okay.
Was that the brewery chest?
It was the brewery chest. Yep.
Ooh, interesting.
So this is all logical stuff for Moogle. Lynn, been a bit more out of logic, does find Eastern, and we're gonna go in. Which again, you know, this is not a seed where you're necessarily playing to win. It's more of a seed that you're playing to not lose. And so, yeah, you're gonna jump into this.
Yeah.
And for Vextiver, you know, he's gonna get his hammer. I don't think he's actually been to West Death Mountain, so he's gonna be able to use the hook shot and get over there, which Lynn and Moogle have already done.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Lynn is again gonna kind of, you know, none of this is in logic for him that he knows about yet. I don't think we actually have a connector, a logical connector to the village. But with the lamp, it is.
Yeah. Oh, there's our Harley Castle Smokey. That's interesting. That puts half magic and logic, potentially for spike key purposes. Oh my god.
You love the single dig.
Single dig! Okay, everyone's going to be happy about that. Yeah. Nobody's racing Zelda, so everybody's just going to go on Skullwoods. Sorry, Eastern Palace.
I'd say everyone's going to dip Eastern.
I think Zaf would say it's a 4-item cave. Especially because you have that in logic lamp.
I would say you have a lamp, so that 4th item is in logic. Otherwise, it's a 3-item cave, and I will not take opinions on this matter.
Yeah. Alright. Lynn's going to start hitting close to the end of his route soon, because he's hitting Bomb Shop, doesn't have flippers, so we'll probably end at Swamp Palace, or... yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, what's going to happen is that this is going to be a connector, and Lynn is going to, you know, curse under his breath, because, you know, this is the quicker entrance to get to, and like you said, you kind of want to end your route generally at Swamp Palace, but this is always the one that tends to be a connector, which this time it isn't, so hooray for that.
Yeah. Alright. Moogle's probably going to start doing Dark World shenanigans here.
Yeah, so this will be good for Moogle. It does have the Hera big, so we'll be able to clear Hera the way the game intended.
Yeah.
Assuming he goes south. I mean, because there's still options for him north. I don't know how many entrances he got to before he hit Hyrule Castle, and Sorry, Tina, but yeah, he's gonna go south.
I think he did Dark Sink and Curiosity Shop. I really wouldn't expect you to go for Lumberjack right with where that save and quit is, just because of the glove entrance. But
yeah, so we're gonna get our and we're gonna get our first little piece of like hopefully Lynn gets back to it, which given our save and quit isn't too bad. But the Hera big chest is gonna be something of interest here.
Yeah. Also, Hammer Pickhouse as well.
Yes, but I mean, usually you're not going to skip out on entrances, when you're coming back through this way.
Yeah, and Vex is taking his death, so he can go reset and go through the rest of Death Mountain.
Yep, he has that hook shot, so he's gonna go west. Lynn is specifically heading over to this entrance over here. This is a Turtle Rock entrance.
Yeah, he pulled that TR Small. He also has the Fire Rod, so
yeah. So this is much easier for him. So he'll get the bow, and probably be a little confused because I'm suspicious that this probably isn't our logical first bow. I suspect our first actual bow is somewhere else, given our general lack of triarchies.
And then Helma will drop a bow, and we'll have a laugh about it.
And then we're just like, oh god. I was a little surprised Vex was gonna try to take this connector without saving the old man first.
Yeah. Well, I think he recognizes where the other side of it has to spit out.
I want to say maybe not because he was starting to go through it, but maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, Moogle, please.
Oh.
You're getting awfully close there, buddy.
Yeah. Lynn gets a bow. Ah, that's where the T-smallest chain jumps. Okay.
Okay. That makes sense, given that Vex was the only one that had it for a while.
Yeah. I guess this is probably going to be Len doing a bit of Desert Palace cleanup, maybe. Maybe starting at CAC instead of heading for Eastern.
Yep. Vex has a lot of stuff for GT, and by that I mean he has a hammer and hookshot.
Yes.
So he's going to be able to, and a bow, so like he's going to be able to clear out pretty much all of left side.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of new checks on Vex's side. Just a shield in the Hera big chest for Moogle, so that little play didn't quite pay out for him.
Yeah. But, alright, let's go see what's in left side GT here for Vex. Glove?
I mean, that's just fantastic for Vex, given that he still doesn't have the Moon Pearl.
Yeah, but that's also interesting given that Hookshot's bow locked.
Again, I just have to imagine we're...
I know. I know.
But like runners of this caliber, you're probably looking at you're looking to keep an eye on the logic a little bit, and so something like this, the fact that your hookshot is bow locked, and your bow is 4 TR key locked currently, the one that you have, does tell you, could potentially tell you a lot about the seed, especially if you find like a Turtle Rock key here on left side.
Yeah. So Moogle still hasn't found Pod, so it does not have a
Moogle
hookshot.
has not found Pod, yeah, and I don't know if Moogle mimic clips or not, and he hasn't been back to Turtle Rock because it doesn't have anything real good for that. Although he does have Hammer and Ether now.
Yeah. All right.
I knew it. I knew it. Put the logic together. Put the logic together.
All right. Well, there's a bow somewhere else, potentially.
That is the logical silvers on lava chest.
Everybody loves getting logical silvers first. It probably means we're actually getting silvers this seed.
So yeah, so we're probably getting silvers. That entire render room was just a, hey, here's some TR stuff, because it was the map to TR, the ice rod, and a TR small key.
Yeah. Alright. Moogle setting up to do a very long and complicated dig sequence. Just...
Yep.
No.
We get our 5th pod key collectively before Ice Armos.
Len's gonna go to
Light World Shopping Mall, though without a glove, so leaving an entrance behind. A little surprised he chose this over the eastern area. Look, it's another Turtle Rock key. Yeah. So
I think this is just kind of this is a route play by opportunity. I don't think this wasn't deliberate, because he came this way because he got spat out at Desert, right? So he's just been.
Yeah, he's just taking what the seed gives him, which is the other thing that you generally try to do. The seed is you play to what the seed gives you as you route. He's gonna end up back on DDM. What are we doing here?
He never dropped down. He never dropped down.
Yep.
If he wants to be really spicy, he might sequence break.
That seems a little. Yeah, I don't think that's really worth it, given you don't know where that's going to lead, and you don't really want to isolate these two entrances in particular.
I think this is kind of the part of the seed where you kind of want to start hugging logic a little more.
Definitely,
because it's like you're starting to run out of logical stuff. So, you're probably missing a glove or a hammer, maybe flippers. Where was that Mimic Cave on Death Mountain in the middle?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Vex is still on the mountain, and that doesn't get much out of it. Looks like Lynn is probably gonna check in on the chest he left behind. No, this is an ice play? No, ice isn't here. What's over here?
This is Lynn screwed up, and I went to the wrong.
we all do that. It's okay.
I think this is Lynn, maybe getting that last item out of the well, and then.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was doing, but then he started heading over to like the other entrance. I was like, oh wait, yeah, no.
And probably will. Okay, save clips out of there.
Yep. So he'll probably head to the eastern area now.
Big
Will is going to get. Oh, it's a big key. It was. It's a Turtle Rock big key.
Ooh, okay.
For Pendant Turtle Rock of all things.
Interesting.
Because we did see that just now on Vex's side. Did also see Crystal Pod, Crystal Mire, Crystal Ice. One of those was a 5/6. I don't remember which one.
Yeah. All right. So Len's gonna find Hype Cave,
Paradox,
and the Magic Shop.
Yeah. So he'll probably, assuming he follows the Paradox entrance, he'll end up on East Death Mountain. And be able to, kind of piece together some of the logic as well as pick up his hammer. So Lynn is actually in a pretty decent spot. Although, Vex has been showing that, like, hey, things are going good. He's about to get his Moon Pearl, and he has normal Darkhold access.
Yeah.
We did see Moogle pick up flippers in the first chest of Castle Tower.
Yeah, and hopefully this is all of Castle Tower we will be seeing for the runners.
Hopefully.
No more than these two chests.
I
mean, at this point, it might just have to be a Swamp Palace small key that would force it. But
yeah, given we have knowledge of 5 pod keys already, that there's not much at this point that it could be that we're going to be too worried about.
Yeah.
So Lynn is probably going to pick up his hammer and just take what he has and head over to GT, which will get him his glove as well for sure.
Yeah. He's got the hookshot. I'll just hookshot right over. Get the glove. Get the ice rod.
Yep.
Ooh, Samaria.
Canis Samaria, very nice.
These are some. Ooh, Ice Cal's big key as well. Sorry, T-Sound big key.
Thieves, yeah.
Yeah. These are, all in all, some pretty nice placements for, like, major. A lot of the stuff is on left side GT, or at least some of our, you know, the part of the come by stuff is on left side GT or in our 5-item caves, so.
Yeah.
People are going to still be looking for it and not necessarily going one way or the other.
Alright, so Vex gonna see what the entrance is that Lynn left behind. Just a shop, no big deal.
Yeah. Top of bumper over there at Dark Flute 5, which the other, well, Lynn has the cape. No, yeah, Lynn has a cape, and but also the hookshot. What did you get through that? Yeah, the FX will probably just start doing Dark World shenanigans with real Dark World access. Having a little decision on Vex's side, it looks like. I guess he's gonna go do Flute 5 and then go up into Pod region.
Yeah, I guess that tracks.
Yeah, you never saw that entrance, so you know, he kind of combo it.
Yeah, that makes a bit more sense. Alright, so this is gonna be Lynn's hammer.
Yeah.
Let's see, where is Moogle headed?
He's
headed south.
I think he's gonna. No, Moogle doesn't have the TR big.
Moogle does have the TR big. He's the one that got it.
Oh, look at TR big chest then.
Yeah, TR big, crystal roller, probably with the keys that he has, will he be able to pick up his bow, which he still hasn't seen Pod.
Yeah.
So this will be good for him, because when he finds Pod, he's going to be able to clear it, or not clear it, but like he will be able to get his hook shot, which was, you know, a little concerning, given that, you know, we're still looking for our logical bow. Do see on Lynn's side that Eastern is a pendant.
Yeah.
I like this music, whatever it is. Yes, I'm listening to Lynn's audio.
Yeah. It's
Vex is walking out of Pod.
Yeah, I mean,
Gross.
I don't like it, but he's probably gonna go all the way up to Catfish with his glove, and then go across do Dark World stuff. Like, it's...
Yeah, like I mean, I get it. It's gross. Like,
yeah.
Walking out of Pod is never exciting.
Yeah. But
this is also. Oh, did he just not do this entrance? I guess he just didn't do this. Yeah, he didn't have the Canis Samari, which is where. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. These sequences are right. These sequences.
Yeah, just a little bit of an odd sequencing. Like I'm like, usually if I'm have like regular Dark World access and my Dark World is starting in the Pod area, like the Flute Spot 5 portal, and like I haven't necessarily done like South Dark World, I'll usually do the Flute Spot 5, this house, and then save and quit at Pod, and leave the other entrance, leave like the cave south of the Pod area, to like when I'm going up to like the
yeah,
the pyramid and Catfish area.
Moogle is going to go for
the front. Little interesting. I don't mind it. You know, again, we know where some pod keys are, so or not pod key. We know where some TR keys, so this isn't going to be, you know, this isn't going to be a big issue for him. But you know, given that he knows where 3 of the 4 TR entrances are, and he wants to know where the 4th one is.
He's seen the 4th. He's seen all 4.
Oh, okay, so we have seen all 4.
Yeah, this is Fairy Ascension Connector.
Okay, in which case I'm a little less.
I think he's going to take he's using this as a way to get back to GT, I think. Which...
I mean, this is East of Mountain. This ain't getting him to GT.
Oh no, he still doesn't have the hook shot.
No, but this is actually a nice little bit of routing because this is going to get him to the Zora area with flippers in hand.
Yeah.
So this is a unique routing. I don't know if it was faster, but you know what? If you have the opportunity to do something cool like this, you do it.
Yeah. Oh, Vex doesn't have that CT small from Hera, so
okay.
Wasn't able to go upstairs, but got the flippers. So he got the
Yeah.
he got the
You got the item that you needed out of it. I mean, well, Moogle's going to give us our first Zora check, I believe.
Yeah, there was nothing in the second chest. That shovel's just going to be there for a while.
That shovel is just going to stare at you, and you're going to be mad.
I mean, the good thing is that at least like we know that the boots lock a big key, so it's probably going to show.
Mm-hmm.
But
Alright, so Moogle's going to head over and find Pod, which will be very good for him.
yeah. Interested to see. I'll have one more pod spawn to burn, but he might just burn without harmless ally.
Well, yeah, I mean, he'll pick up his 4th here, but not in, like, it's not going to be in a good position to use it unless he immediately chooses to open Vanilla Big Key Chest. There's a Mitz over there in on Vex's side at the Dark Potion Shop entrance.
Not great glove locations, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, definitely not.
That's really unfortunate for Moogle, because that's like the one entrance he has left over in Eastern Dark World, aside from Catfish.
It's honestly, I don't think going to be too bad for him to get to, given that he has flippers.
Yeah,
you know,
true.
He could probably fix it up with doing Dark Shopping Mall.
Yeah. That's true.
Alright, so Lynn is going to get all of his Turtle Rock stuff and go, my bow. Or, my bow, and thus my hook shot.
Also, which is hookshot, and it's also hookshot, which lack both Fire Rod and Bombos, which is interesting because we have an Ice Palace just sitting there, and usually Ice Palace tends to like they'll hold some stuff if you can find Fire Rod and Bombos early, but it's potentially a later Bombos and Fire Rod than it might be.
but it's still, you know, it might be fairly high on Lynn's list of things to do, given that he has the big key and the Cane of Samaria. Or no, he doesn't have the Cane of Samaria. Just kidding.
I think I'll
find
find
Moogle. He's feeling pretty good.
More pod, another pod small. Lynn's side that we saw.
Yep.
Anything in Dark Shopping Mall, or can we just ignore it for the rest of the seed? We can just ignore it for the rest of the seed. Wonderful. Can't ignore Shopping Mall, because of course that's where the Smiths are, and they'll inevitably have the goddamn flute. But which will somehow lock the boots and the mirror.
Oh jeez. I mean, you know, with the mitts in hand, you know, who knows? Like once we get that flute, then yeah, we do have Meyer access, and we have Moogle at least has Moogle and Lynn both have 2 medallions, although they have 2 separate medallions. I guess we know where all of the medallions are.
Yeah, the Quake medallion was in Hyrule Castle, which Vex will get into shortly.
Bombos, of course, being in Hookshot Cave.
Lynn is just gonna tink. Yeah. Now for Lynn, this is actually in logic because you could have the half magic out of. Actually, the cape's out of logic right now, so. But. Oh, the pod. It was the pod compass and pod.
Yay!
Yay!
You love to see it.
We can count.
Where is Lynn headed off to? Like, he's going back into pod.
That's interesting. I wonder.
Again, I mean, he has 5 keys, so this still might just be another play to let me, you know, if someone chose Vanilla Big Key over Harmless Hellway.
Yeah.
Or, although he has both options available to him because he held onto those keys.
Yeah.
But little does he know, he's going to be the first one that actually opens up Vanilla Big Key chest. And it's the second bow right here. Let it. No, it's a bottle.
Yeah.
It's our first bottle.
Yeah. Don't really hate that. I have to imagine. You know what Lynn might also be doing with this? Because he has the glove now, he'll go to Light World Bumper Cave.
Yeah. I imagine this was him just kind of, you know, cleaning up all the stuff as he heads north. His magic is low though, so like getting into Ice Palace is not great for him right now.
Yeah.
Although you wonder if he goes and grabs the 2 magic pops from the uncle area.
Not just. Meanwhile, Vex is going to be the first one to show us it's in Dark Cross, has the lamp.
Yeah.
So not really.
Yeah, and like I was gonna say, I understand why Moogle skipped it when he did, because he didn't have the lamp in Dark World, so like he was gonna do Dark World damages. Vex, please do not prepare your Death Warp until you are a little bit more. Okay, just want your reason. Now you can prepare your Death Warp.
Yeah.
We'll be a little curious to see if he takes the connectors. Wouldn't be a bad idea, given that it's not hard for him to get back to this area.
We saw Sick Kid, okay, somewhere. Don't know exactly where.
Yeah, I don't recall seeing Sick Kid.
Hammer House, okay.
Good to know.
Okay. Top of Superfund here.
Okay.
Len is getting a backup magic probably for Ice Palace.
Yeah, he bought the potion, so we're good there.
Yeah.
Just a mail upgrade in Super Bunny.
Yeah, but this will be good for Len because this will be Samaria plus.
Yep.
And you're gonna feel really happy finding Samaria before Ice Palace.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well.
Vex is up here on DDM with the glove. I don't think we've seen this entrance yet.
No.
It's the dam. We definitely haven't seen the entrance yet.
That's essentially 2 free items, and we've unlocked Swamp Palace now. Conveniently at the castle.
So now you're in the, wonder what that small key on Lumberjack is.
Yeah.
This is quite the death warp from Lynn, unfortunately. I wonder if he set up death warp and then got a heal. Well,
He got a heart piece. That was a heart piece.
Hate when that happens.
I was gonna.
Thank you, Pichu.
Oh, Sank Heart, even worse.
No, it's Peach is saying he just didn't set up the death warp and just got a heart container. So.
All right. Vexa still hasn't checked the advanced saving quit.
Interesting. I mean, again, you know, Vex has been doing fine with his route. You know, like his, you know, I'd say a little bit more unconventional, but not in a bad way. Like again, you know, the 35, 40-minute Moon Pearl or whatever didn't hinder him. He had regular Dark World access when he got it. So.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of a. He might be playing a little. I would like to ask him maybe later if he's just trying to play a little more unconventional because, given his file name and everything, if he thinks
like he's punching above his weight, so you know it's like, hey, you got nothing to lose, might as well just have fun.
Yeah.
All right, Moogle's gonna give us a Hobo check. I don't think we've seen Hobo yet.
No.
But I mean, now we're begging the question. Okay, what is available to us logically?
Well, I mean, that first glove is still out of logic. The glove in GTs right now is out of logic because we still haven't seen that.
Yeah.
But that glove in Waterfall Fairy is in logic because we could have had the hammer and lamp
and the flippers
and the flippers.
Yep.
Well, the flippers were on that side of the Dark World anyway, so if realistically, like, the logic for that glove is get the lamp, get the hammer, start at Old Man, and work your way all the way over to that side of the Dark World, which is gross, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think Len's just going to go for ice now.
I suspect so, yeah. This seems like the very clear play to make. He doesn't know it's a crystal, but he will once he walks in. Len actually has, looking at his tracker, a lot of maps.
Yeah, he's got 5 Dark World maps, and he already knows Eastern Dependent as well.
Mm-hmm.
So Vex is finally going to save and quit and start kind of doing stuff in the Dark World here from the village, and is really going to probably get irritated when he goes to the Fortune Teller's hut.
Yeah, you know, it makes total sense, like, with where he's starting, you know, yeah, let me just walk up to Skull Woods, but he will pick up his fire rod not long afterwards. Meanwhile, Moogle is going to end up getting his fire rod bombos, which is very nice. Hopefully tries to hold off a little bit on Ice Palace, given that, like, you know, with his fire rod and Cane of Samaria, you know, he has a lot more incentive for GT.
Yeah, well, was there... Let's see... Where was the Ice Big?
Ice Big was somewhere that he has. That was Eastern.
Yeah, so I think they're all gonna funnel themselves into ice pretty quickly. Oh no, because he still doesn't have the glove. That's right.
Yeah, so that's why I'm hoping, like, he chooses GT over the ice play, mainly because he can do the entire basement of GT minus the big chest, which will get him his glove. And if he actually continues on the path that he is now and doesn't take the Hyrule Castle connector, he will end up with another glove anyways from the one in Dark Devotional Shop.
Yeah. Let's just tree guy up at Dark Lumberjack.
Yep.
And I think this was...
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, unfortunately, he's not going to be able to see the top of Super Bunny because I'm pretty sure that was Bumper the Cave. So...
Sounds about right. He's gonna go to ice. I'm looking at Vex's tracker, and I do see that he has an Eastern Big Key, so I'm assuming that was in Skullwoods. Which Moogle will confirm to us here shortly. Moogle will also be able to check the entrance here. And yeah, Pichu, our wonderful tracker, confirming to us that it was in fact the map chest of Skullwoods.
Glenn, what are you doing?
Just vibing.
Glenn, you always bomb open that, even with the hook shot. Not a lot of ice, which...
Again, you know, so much of our ability to clear ice, in fact, all of our ability to clear ice is still out of logic.
Yeah.
So, you know, you were talking about how, oh, you know, maybe given that, you know, the stuff is out of logic, that maybe this ice clear is deeper than normal, or deeper than one would expect in a Crosskey seed. But yeah, we'll see.
I can think of a race where I remember a runner getting. It's not going to get punished to like that extent, but there was a race where there was a Moon Pearl on Laser Bridge, and the Laser Bridge was in the Dark World. It was Dark Death Mountain.
I remember that race because I was in it.
And one of the runners spent a while getting it, and the other one did everything else in the Dark World before, like, actually finding everything that was actually needed to get it in logic. At which time the other runners would go out and won. And that was you versus Matt. But
I would say, yeah, that was a me versus Matt race. And I wonder. I thought it was the other way around. I thought Matt had the Moon Pearl, and then I got everything else, and essentially had a Moon Pearl go mode.
You basically had Moon Pearl go mode, which was what you needed. One of the dreams for the Crosskeys seed.
Exactly. And yeah, as our wonderful tracker Pichu mentions, we do have a vanilla back of Skullwoods. Do get a Mire Big Key out of it. Is required. We do know Mire from Vex's side is a crystal, specifically a 5/6 crystal.
That's going to be an issue for Vex. I mean, he still will probably be looking for Skullwood. If Skullwoods is a crystal, then it's not really going to be too much of a problem because you'll still be looking for the entrance. But
yeah, but like at this point, maybe you're a little bit like, oh, maybe I don't go back in through Skullwoods until I have like the big key to Skullwoods, and I can do those two combos together. So yeah, little bit problematic right now for Vex. But again, until we know for sure, we're not going to worry too much. Lynn is going to give us our lovely pedestal check. Yay.
Lynn, pick up the goddamn heart.
No. He doesn't have a mirror. We're still death warping. Moogle, please be careful. You do not have any health. I didn't look at that in the slightest. Oh, that is...
Oh, God. No!
I mean,
no!
I think at this point you just ignore it. Like, I don't think that matters to you anymore.
Oh, God.
That's hilarious. We now know all of our pendants. Man, actually, I'm looking and like, we're not all that far from TR being... We'll see. But that is... Yo, we do good. These play-in race seeds are pretty awesome.
I'm happy that this is on ZSR today. So someone else doesn't deserve this seed, despite it being their chat stream.
Yeah, and for those of you who are watching ZSR and want to check in on any of the other 17 runners, there are, if you look at the pinned comment in chat, that has a link to where you can find all of the other restreams that are going on. All 17 runners who are live are on one restream or another. There are 2 async runners as we hit the hour and 6-minute mark. So just again, quick recap of kind of the stakes of this race. We have 19 runners who finished this Crosskeys tournament 5 and 2. Of those 19 runners, the top 16 from this race will advance to the brackets, so 3 runners will not. We have 2 runners who ran this race async who weren't able to make it to the live tournament, or make it to this live race. So yeah, so I think that's about it.
Yeah. All right, Moogle has found himself back in GT by some machination that I didn't quite catch.
I would have preferred he start right side.
Yeah.
Vex taking the opportunity to stretch and hydrate. I'm looking at his camera. He's not stretching or hydrating. It's a missed opportunity right there. He was, oh, okay. He wasn't when he put that. We were looking at 2 different things. Plug it.
Okay, Len has the Skullwoods map, knows it is a pendant. But probably will kill Mothul anyway, just because of where it is.
Yeah.
They've got the hammer mouse up pretty...
And I don't know if he knows it's green pendant. I don't think we've seen Sahasrala, so like, it's quick and easy, and then you find out it's green pendant, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Vex
gonna
get his...
pick up, yep, his stuff.
Oh.
We're gonna get his stuff to finish off Turtle Rock. He has the map, does not know it's a pendant, but I imagine the TR clear in his mind is probably pretty high.
Oh, it's just Graveyard Lich up, okay, for the other side of Huckshot Cave. It's another usually mirror-only entrance, dead.
Yeah, like, you know, I'm looking at it, and, you know, realistically, we're not super far away from being in go mode. The big things that are stopping us are the pod big and the swamp small, and finding a couple entrances.
And we haven't seen the GT big yet either.
And the GT big, that's right.
Yeah. Now we know there's a big key sitting on the torch in desert.
Yep.
I'm just scared right now. It's like I don't want to see any Mire Smalls really start popping up, or Ice Smalls.
I would say, I mean, we have two Mire Smalls already.
Oh yeah, I don't want to see the don't see the last one then. Like, keep whatever is sitting behind Castle Tower and Pedestal. You know, I missed the fact that there was a sword on Mothula. That's actually also really nice.
Yeah, definitely. Vex did find, I believe it was a vanilla Hammer Pegs entrance.
Yeah.
The heart container. Will give us now the checks over on right side GT. Have not seen this from anybody. So I'm trying to think. Okay, so we have 1 GT key. Moogle has, or Vex has 3. Oh god. Because like since it's CT key on Ped, you know that eliminates 4 TR keys, 3 and 3 Skullwoods keys as what could possibly be behind Castle Tower. We have 5 pod keys. We have 2 Mire Smalls. We have 3 GT Smalls. We don't have any Ice keys, so Ice is kind of the one there. Nice. Skullwood's big key. Desert Small still out there, so there's some potential, but yeah, it's you're a little nervous.
Yeah, we're getting to the point where it's.
And I mean, I know again, you just this year's play-in race, last year's play-in race with the whole required double climb of GT. There's some peak happening here. Yeah. We won't get the key. Oh, okay. Moogle just made a mistake. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. He did not pick up the key from right side. Given that we do have a vanilla Ganon, you do need a key when you start climbing. So wherever the other GT key is that Vex has, Moogle's going to want to make sure they pick that up along.
Yeah.
The seat
Moogle's heading for ice.
And yeah, this makes perfect sense on Moogle's part.
Vex will be saving and quitting shortly.
Yes, because he's done everything else in this area, so.
Yeah.
And with our friendly neighborhood, Smith in town, are in tow. We'll just.
Yeah, now we gotta smuggle him across the lake. Unfortunately.
Yeah, and Vex will probably take this opportunity after he turns in the Smith to check the Ice Palace entrance, because I don't think we've seen that from any of our owners yet, as he is the only one with mitts.
Yeah. Len is heading for the back of Hyrule Castle.
Yep. So
the only thing down there was Quake and Half
Quake
Magic.
Yeah.
We're starting to run out of stuff, which is kind of starting to get problematic.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just well, no, because that's as I say, I was suspicious of right side Turtle Rock, but that's still locked behind all of our stuff.
I'm kind of wondering if maybe we have a Mire area connector that's just like the bottom of Paradox Cave, and
it's possible.
Or we did see Bumper Cave as well. Oh.
First just Swamp.
Yeah. Yeah, Vex is still the only one who's drained the dam. I don't think Vex actually... Did Vex check the dam drain when he went down with the Smith? No, because he went through the top of the lake.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there is the DP North entrance, but that's also hella out of logic, given that we bomb jumped across Spec Rock to get there.
Yeah, that's going to need a mirror to get to, if there isn't a connector there somehow.
Yeah.
And if it's a connector, we're not going to really care about it, because we've hit most of our must-connects. Except for the... yeah.
Yep, have Desert Palace main with the book. Like there's one-offs still around.
Yeah.
Lynn is going to get the dam here, which is very nice. He'll probably almost immediately check the float item and or first just Swamp. Lynn, why? Hookshot.
Put that on.
We're vibing. We're vibing. Moogle, be careful. You don't hard crash your game.
But yeah. Everyone kind of crashing into Ice Palace makes a lot of sense.
Yep. Let's see, is Lynn... Alright, so Lynn is going to check the flooded item first and probably use this to check the Desert Palace entrance with the book. How come over crashes? Oh, that's a mirror.
That's not good. I'm actually shocked that Lynn is continuing this way, in a sense.
Yeah, like this would have been a great opportunity just to pop right back into Dark World and check the tablet.
Yeah.
Pichu, I've heard, and I don't know how true it is, that like how quickly you cast Bombos after you drop down can like freeze the game. I don't actually know.
Yeah.
It's never happened to me. Alright, so Moogle needs to get back to that glove lock entrance. Vex needs to check the dam item. He was the one that flooded the dam first. Oh look, Mire.
Completely clearable mire, wonderful. Well, Vex needs to get the... Yeah, Vex needs to also get the mire. Yeah. I think it also looks like Moogle... This is an interesting kill for Moogle.
I mean, it's... I don't mind it. You know, there's been a lot leaning... I don't want to say leaning towards this play, given that so much of it is still technically out of logic, but like...
Yeah. I will, but honestly, like, also this will get him back to the front of TR, and TR just being completely finished up now.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Skullwood small key.
Three Mire key locked.
Three Mire key locked. Not. We are leaning slowly more into. There's a swamp small behind Hacker One. With that swamp, with that CT key on Ped, it's slowly happening.
Because now we're down to pod?
Like,
alright, I heard swamp.
Like, if you're Moogle, are we just gonna YOLO this? Like, hey, I can just go pull that second CT key now and just... I mean, that's a really dangerous play in a seed where you're trying to play not to lose.
You know,
but that's also the kind of... That's also the kind of play where if it works out and that's that swamp small key and you just blow everyone out of the water.
By the way, he'll be up on the mountain with this now. Next to Eastern Pallet.
Oh yeah, I mean, oh my god, this is, this is a dangerous game Moogle's playing.
Yes.
This is the kind of thing, and yes, I'm going to use a reference to actual casino gambling because I was gambling last night, where, you know, I get black, you know, I'm playing blackjack and you have eights, and you're like, well, I have to split the eights. That's just what you do. And then the first card after you split is a 2, so I have to double the 10. And then the second card you get is another 2. It's like, well, I have to double that. So suddenly your $10 bet is like a $50 bet, and you're like, well, this is happening. If it works, great. If it doesn't, oh crap, you just lost a lot more money than you intended to.
Yeah.
The dealer busted, by the way. I won all that money. It worked.
Alright. Vex is heading back for Dark World. Lynn. Yeah, here we go.
I love it, Moogle. I love it.
I love it. You just got to beat 3 people.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is like, you know, you're making this play. It's like, hey, I just have to place better than 3 runners, but like, someone is gonna finish in the bottom 3. You know, there's gonna be 3 runners who finish in the bottom 3. Like everyone, you know, this is still a very scary field. There are no free runners. Everyone is, you know.
So Vex is still capitalizing on the mitts at least. So
Yeah.
he's actually going to stumble across the mirror in just a second and probably get slightly irritated.
Yeah, the unfortunate part here is that he's also probably about to hit up Meyer, which I don't think we actually saw anything in Meyer of value.
I think, well, for Vex, I think it'll be his first model, but that's... No,
nope, that'll be his first.
Not even that.
God, imagine that Armos Knights gives you the boots.
I mean, the bow, again, still out of logic. Still not our first bow.
I mean, we still haven't seen the other bow, so...
Yeah. We're still operating at some weird quantum state of finishing the seed. But, again, like, there's plenty of times to kind of say bully the logic. But I look again at last year where the logic was upstairs in GT, and unfortunately mirror that we also needed the rest of the seed was sitting next to the logic.
Mm-hmm.
So...
we get a small key. We get a GT small key. Oh no! There's another key that you didn't want to see.
Blaine has the mirror, finally takes the heart.
You didn't have a choice this time.
I know.
Alright, where is Moogle off to? Moogle still has not seen the dam, so no mirror for Moogle.
Yeah.
Gonna be going here. What was here?
Mushroom turn-in, maybe?
Oh, he has the mushroom. That is reasonable.
Ether dabble check on Lynn's side. Now, notably, Vex did not go walk over and take a look at the pedestal. So he does not know the news that... He'll find it, I'm pretty sure, when he goes and finds the back of Skull Woods.
Also, would you like to... Would you like to consider this? That the pedestal is also locked by all 4 GT keys?
Yeah. So really, realistically, like, we're looking at either, like, the last pod small or...
Desert small.
Yeah, Desert
or
small.
again, the ice keys. The ice keys are saving us.
Yeah, don't... You say ice keys, and then I have a reflective, what's the word I'm looking for? I just kind of have this reflex of, like, panic. Because I played Ocarina of Time too much, and those things are the goddamn menace of the world. Like, I can deal with fire keys. Ice keys just lock you up in place.
Yeah. Alright, so Moogle now going to be in Mizumar with the ability to clear it. Does have Kane, does have Meyer Big.
Yeah. Also, can go pull pedestal at any point.
Can go get his second CT key off a ped. Yeah, alright, so I think of these runners, I think Lynn is in the best position. Even, like...
Yeah.
The only caveat potential to that is maybe, you know, it is the CT is the key behind Act 1.
Yeah.
Also, I'm sure there are some runners right now who are cursing about the lack of boots.
Yeah.
Unless they found them, which is possible. I am not watching any of the other runners, so people could have boots. There might be someone who already knows what that key is.
Yeah. I like how Zaf is watching us. Or reading our chat.
Alright, Vex is having a little bit of a think here.
Yeah, I think he's also going to probably think, oh, wait, I've got Samaria and Fire Rod. I need to go do right side GT.
Yep, this makes total sense.
I think Lynn will probably do Bombos and then swim over to Dark Shopping Mall and do Catfishing. Kind of tidy up his couple orphans over there.
Yep, and that'll get him his mitts.
Yeah, might do K45 as well. Like,
yep, this is another good opportunity too. But like, I'm trying to think. You know, we've seen Hype, we've seen Paradox, we've seen Blindset. Have we seen Mini Moldorm Cave?
No.
We also haven't seen Sahashila's Hut. Haven't seen Thieves Town.
Yeah, there's still a lot of value in entrances. And
Yeah. This will actually be pretty good for Vex, because he's going to get his Skullwoods big key, and that should drive him back to Skullwoods.
Yeah. I'm gonna bet that Lynn's going to kind of keep that do TR into do Trendex into Eastern play in his pocket for the time being, because that's a really, really nice play, and Lynn, I'm pretty sure his artist schemed it out in his head.
Definitely. Alright, well, Swamp is our other 5/6. I don't think that really does a whole lot for us.
No.
Moogle, you are living dangerously. I'm fairly certain your bottle there is empty. Now, Vidi should not be an issue because we have Cape and Bow, but
yeah,
you're still on 1.5 hearts.
Alright. Lynn continuing to clear up some of his overall orphans. Gonna go do Hobo.
Finally gonna get an Ice Palace entrance check from Vex. Oh, we're on half a heart in a dream. The problem is you're on half a heart. Now is when you are unsure of your movement. I'm hearing a lot of transitions. Don't really know what happened to Vex there for a moment, but I heard like 4 transitions.
I think he was going to go up to check Zora, and I think he kind of shimmied back into the whirlpool by accident.
Careful, Muggle. Thank you.
Look, he has half magic. And
half a heart, still scared. It was Sankart on Vidi, nice.
Time save.
It's one way to look at it. Alright, so Moogle, again, Moogle's big issue is that he just needs to get to the one entrance that is kind of orphaned for him, which is still easy to get to given that it's literally next to a save and quit, but it's still orphaned.
Yeah.
There's a couple of other entrances that he hasn't gotten around to, particularly with the one that gets him his mitts.
All right. All right. Len has cleared out the shopping mall, except now knows where. Only he'll ever have to come back here to turn into Smith, which didn't really get us anything other than a bottle at the end of it. But this will be Len getting mitts plus catfish. Which will actually be really interesting for Len, because all he really has to do is get his mitts, clear out of catfish, take the portal, and then go back into Ice Palace entrance. That's where that other TC small is, sorry.
Moogle's beginning to do just some general one-offs here.
Oh no.
Which, okay, I thought he started lifting before.
Yeah. We just pulled the last Smire small key out of Magic Shop, which again we knew didn't matter, but I think Vex is just gonna go do second check of Saga Tower, maybe top of castle.
Yep, I think that sounds pretty decent for Vex.
I mean, Deestown is sitting somewhere. It could just be sitting on the top of castle, and we can do all of it in logic. Even.
Yep. Alright, so Moogle's going to head over towards... I assume this is going to be his play to eventually get him mitts.
Yeah.
Bumper Ledge. I don't think we've seen Lynn take this one yet. I could be wrong.
No. Ooh, there's our Mire area.
Okay.
Well, you somehow lock our flute.
There's back at Desert. Quick and easy clear.
It's back in the Dark World. Is Lynn getting out of... We're gonna see power... what's in Skull's big chest?
The Swamp Big Key.
Ooh. That's interesting just again because we still have that big key on the Desert Torch, and we still need GT Big and Bod Big.
Yep, and I think those are the only two big keys that Moogle doesn't have, so yeah, that's going to be required. Moogle is heading not to where he needs to go. I was thinking that he was going to the entrance with the mirror. Nope.
No.
The Vex had a pretty nice bow landmo, honestly.
Yeah. Wonder where Lynn is. I think there's one other entrance in Hyrule Castle, maybe.
Yeah, he might start to be wondering
he's
about
clear.
connectors.
Yeah, he's gone for connectors.
And it looks a little bit like Moogle's doing the same. Although this is just him getting back to... Oh no, he hasn't seen this.
Oh, that's right. Lynn still hadn't checked Sanctuary.
Good job! Hell yeah, way to go.
Way to go, Lynn.
Proud of you.
I hate you, game.
Hey, we found our bow.
That was a Gina.
Uh-huh. In the mire area. Where was that cape again?
Hookshot Cave.
What?
So we need the flute.
Or yeah, it was first chest Hookshot Cave, so it could be boots.
Down. Flute or boots are somewhere. Wonderful. Logo's heading potentially for this last connector that'll get into.
Well, I mean, it ain't the flute because one of our gloves is hook locked.
Oh yeah, so it has to be boots. Wonderful.
At this point, don't worry about it. Alright, Moogle's going to give us the other check of the paradox that we haven't seen, which I'm a little concerned that this is going to be bumper ledge, and he doesn't have the mirror to check the other entrance.
Interesting Mara region. But I feel like we're going to be crashing into the lot. Yeah, yeah. They ran out of Muskenex.
Yeah, it feels like Lynn is the one that's going to be on the path here. Like, it very much feels like we're about to run into this on top of the castle.
We're going to be finding Thieves Town, and Thieves Town's going to have the boots.
Thieves Town, Mini Moldarm Cave, something. This is the TR Big.
Oh, yeah, this is TR Big. Okay, so... Lane remembering the proper place to be are.
So it's Thieves Town. Wow.
Oh. And where are the boots?
Probably just somewhere in here.
So from a
we
sequencing...
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead.
So kind of like from a sequencing perspective right now, Lynn has probably gotten this in the best sequence. Moogle and Vex a bit more, but still is going to have some issues because he still has to do that back of Skullwoods to find the Mire Big.
Mm-hmm. Moogle is in both a good and bad position.
Yeah.
Good, good as in he's kind of gambling at this point that the key behind Lumberjack is the Swamp Small. Bad in that he's probably last locating the mirror.
Yeah. Saha behind Castle Tower entrance. Vex does not have the Master Sword, but has the cape, so I can check it out anyway.
Yep. Also does not have the green pendant though. Out of
Skullwoods.
Skullwoods. Well, just go forward. There's an entrance that could really help you when you save and quit.
Yeah, I can't tell on his tracker if he marked it off or not when he... I'm sure he didn't, but... Because he don't have a glove.
Alright, so this is gonna get Moogle his mitts, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
because this is gonna drive will do what is essentially a useless smith chain. A very bad useless smith chain.
And once Vex and Lynn are done here in Theastown, they'll probably drop down and check the first check of Swamp.
Mm-hmm. There's our pod big, so it's the GT big that's sitting on Desert Torch.
Oh!
Alright, well,
crisis averted.
that is fantastic for Lynn, that is really bad for Moogle.
Yeah. So that could be our last pod small or our desert small, which will be logically required, but practically not.
So Lynn is looking at essentially Boots Go mode. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Lynn's still... I mean, the good and the bad for Lynn is... He still needs to find entrances, but at least he'll just be in entrance go mode.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll have pretty much dug most of the major time sinks out, other than maybe Eastern or going back into Eastern or TR. But I don't know how much he'll do that.
Chat point saying bad for Vex too. Like, I don't think Vex is in a bad position, honestly. Again, a lot of it is when does he get to the back of Skull Woods and the Mire Clear, but like, that's not terrible for him.
Vex is kind of sitting on Mire go mode.
Yeah, like he has the desert knowledge, like he has desert done, like he knows like that area is fine for him.
Yeah.
What his issue is going to be is, and this is just working out perfectly for Lynn. Lynn is literally going to go straight to Swamp, probably pick up his boots, and be done. Well, like he would just need to find the connector that takes him to the Mire area. That's going to be what trips Lynn up, assuming that we don't find a flute in here. If we find a flute in here, Lynn is free and clear. He's not going to have any issues.
Yeah. At least, like, Lynn right now will be kind of in, like, just beat dungeon mode for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And I will say, we do have our first place finisher via async, by the way. GGW finishing first, 1:45:31. So I'm going to assume we're probably gonna find Boot here.
Yeah, boots are probably in here. Like, the worst for Lynn would be like if they were in the Swamp Palace Spray Chest, but I'm not sure if that's logically possible.
And now if you're looking at the race room, you see that there's a finisher, you're thinking, okay, it's not... Definitely not the Swamp Small on CT. behind Agile 1. You're probably, now at this point, you're starting to sweat. I think if you're Moogle, you're starting to sweat. I think Vex, you're still largely okay.
Yeah.
Moogle, if he has the race room and sees that there is a finish, probably becoming a little more concerned.
We also are missing, by the way, interestingly, it's not going to be an issue for Moogle or Lyn. We still haven't seen any swords other than that sword on Mothula for a Master Sword. But chances are we'll probably see a sword somewhere in upstairs GT at this rate.
Mm-hmm.
And
Peach is pointing out that it looks like Moogle has the Hookshot Cave entrance marked off, which would be bad.
yeah.
We do have our first finisher within the actual live racers, Gamma finishing second and thus getting the 9 seed. I know the bot says it finished in first. Technically, it is a second place finish.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's the boots.
It's Orphalis.
Alright,
Yeah,
well,
Lyn-
walking back. If he's walking this way,
Yeah, he might have been doing this because without the mirror, this is his only easy way to check.
yeah, this is going to be not the entrance that we think. This is just going to be the one right here. Yeah.
I think by process of elimination, it's the desert. It's either the desert smaller or a nice small one. Lumberjack, wonderful.
Oh, Moogle? Is it happening? We did it!
You remember he could just not go turn on the TR portal. But he doesn't know.
Bad news for Vex though, he didn't get the boots.
Interesting.
That'll be devastating if this is what sinks him, because he's been doing great otherwise.
Yeah, did he just memory hold compass chest? Because I thought he was doing left side.
He did left side, yeah.
Oh. Alright, well.
We're going to do first chest swamp first, which, is fine. The slightly wrong order of operations, but again, not terrible. Just the unfortunate one.
Yeah.
You do not have the swamp small. Alright, that is 5 crystals for Lyn. He still does have the issue of needing to find desert. We do not have knowledge yet of where the flute is, so currently the only known way is to get there via the connector.
Yeah.
Oh, Moogle, you flooded the dam! Oh, he's gonna... Oh, okay, you know what? He's picked up purple chest. Okay, I am more okay with this.
Yeah. Okay, so this will probably be... Lyn is going to start doing... desert, go get his... Find out it's the GT big, and then realize he's just finding desert for go.
Yep.
We'll go probably be pod. Vex is heading for pod, but unfortunately, Vex is, that's gonna save it for Vex.
Yep. Do you remember where the swamp pig was in the skull big chest, which may eventually get him there? And we do see another finisher. Telethar finishing second place live. Third place overall will secure the 10 seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, to answer chat, it is not good that Vex doesn't have the boots. The GT Big is on Desert Lich. Or Desert Torch, excuse me. Yeah, and he left him behind in Swamp. Alright, so Moogle is going to get their mirror, which is what Moogle needs.
Yeah.
The question for Moogle now becomes like, okay, what's your order of operations for your mirror entrances?
Partially I'm just sad that it's accomplished. Just like usually, like left side, a lot of people would skip left side because it's left side, but
Yeah.
Compass is just kind of the.
Unsure. Because like I know Moogle has seen Graveyard Ledge, although this feels like he has forgotten.
Or this could be King Sam. Oh no, he doesn't have boots. Yeah, this is the other side of Shut Cave.
Yeah. So Moogle is definitely on slight tilt as he recognizes that. You know, what he doesn't know and is, you know, for now potentially a good thing, is that Vex has left his boots behind. And when you're in a race where you only need to beat 3 runners, that is potentially one of 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it Vex will probably DNF, unfortunately.
I mean, it depends, because like he still has to go get his Mire Big, and you know, getting the Swamp Big on the way maybe tracks him to go back into Swamp. You know, it depends.
You're more optimistic than I am, Wally. Thank you.
I'm just trying to. Again, you know,
I know.
And it's funny because I'm usually not one of the people who is like, oh my god, you know, hey, maybe player A is gonna fall on Ganon 100 times and give player B a chance. I'm not usually that kind of runner.
I know.
But you know, yeah, it's low for Vex, but I still see a path currently.
Yeah. All right. Bongrogs is mini Moldrum Cave.
There's an ice key for number 2. So it's the desert small that's
Oh. Yeah.
I hope you didn't steal the desert small key. People do that.
I know. I actually wouldn't hate stealing. In a seed like this, I think you're beating desert 100%. But even then, I don't hate.
You're not stealing the desert small key in this seed, given where the backup desert is.
Yeah.
Oh, well, actually.
No,
because you gotta get to the backup desert team and grab that small key. Yeah, you're not stealing.
Yeah, no. But also, like, I'd also say that, like, in a seed like this, if the backup desert was in some place better and we didn't know it was a crescent, we didn't have the desert battles key before we got there, I actually wouldn't hate stealing this small key just because desert front is next to a save and quit point.
Yeah.
So you can scum to a super easy scum.
Yep. Allison finishing 3rd in the live race, 4th overall. 155.03 will be the 11 seed. And yeah, Lynn is checking his connectors, looking for Flute or looking for a way to Mire. You know, because he's still looking for Backa Desert.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Bug out. This will also work out nicely for Lynn because this is going to be... He knew this... He probably realized this was top of the mountain. And so now he can go to GT. which is 100% required.
Yep.
I don't think he's going to go do left side, right side, but
yeah, I don't. I mean, we'll see how he's doing after this. Where was the? Because it was the bumper ledge connector. It was five. It was like
Dark Flute 5.
Dark Flute 5.
So,
okay.
So yep, Lynn probably will go and run over there and check it after he's done here.
Yeah.
Because the only other connector in that region is
that does make sense.
Paradox. Alright, so Vex is at least going to be finding the back of Skullwoods. Starting to kind of catch up on the logical stuff that he was missing, but until he goes back into Swamp, then AFGs.
We have our next finisher, AFG, finishing 4th live, 5th overall. All right, you know, if you're still in the race, you're sweating now. People are finishing. You're not in go mode, and you know you still have a bit of a ways to go, given that you have to climb GT. And for, you know, Moogle and Vex, you know, still finish multiple crystal dungeons.
Yeah.
You are sweating big time right now.
Yeah. But I think Lynn is...
Lynn probably doesn't feel terrible.
No. I mean, Vex has 1 crystal left, but he also needs to climb GT, and he has to find a big key for that, and he knows where it is, and he needs the boots.
Yeah. I mean, Vex is actually doing something that is very, very good, very important for him right now, and that is Mothula to get his 2nd sword. Because we have not seen any of the other swords currently. The only 2 known swords that we have are, you know, Mothula and the one that we got in the well, I think, like, super early.
Yeah. You know, honestly, it's going to be really bad for Lynn that he's kind of late entrance go mode. In a way.
Yeah, but I still think
he's going to miss silvers.
He will miss silvers, yeah, because he's going to run into the back of desert before he runs into the entrance that has silvers.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough of, like, just reason to kind of, like, check the rest of the Maya region, just kind of looking for a 3rd sword.
Mm-hmm.
At least none of them.
Yeah, so again, now it's just a matter of what sends Vex back to Swamp Palace.
Yeah. And Vex is gonna take a look on Ped and laugh.
Good laugh. He didn't laugh at all.
No, he didn't. Just kind of pondering it.
Oh,
okay, never mind about the sword. There's just 2 swords on the climb. Never mind.
All right, good stuff.
Good news, it's impossible to do Master Sword Silverless Cannon today.
Yep. All right. Not that big of a concern. All right, we have our 5th place finisher live, 6th place finisher overall, Eris.
We'll go about to find the boots.
I think that gives Eris the 13 seed. Maybe the 14. Maybe 14.
Vex knows that he's looking for whatever's behind my...
I think it's 14 Pichu because we have to accommodate GGW.
GGW would be 19.
It would be 9, Gamma 10, Telethar 11th, Alizen 12th, AFG 13, Eris 14. Alright, so Moogle knows that he's now in entrance mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, Schultzer, Vex has swamp cleared and no boots. That's an issue.
Yeah. He skipped compass chest.
He would be free and clear otherwise, because he's the only one of the runners on a restream that has the desert clear and knows that it's connector to the mire area.
Alright. Alright, Lynn, what do you...
Quitting. Not great. But checking TR main, I don't mind that. Do we need food? Yes. The GT Big is on Desert Torch, and we have a Vanilla Ganon.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Lynn is checking connectors. Makes sense. This is not going to be the one he wants.
Yeah. We'll be interested, though. He was still missing a must connect to bumper ledge. So we'll have to see now how much he wants to play connector roulette, because for all he knows, he's just missing Flood.
Alright, Moogle gets crystal number 5 on their part. Still needs to get the GT Big, climb GT, beat Pod, find Desert. So he's still a ways out.
Yeah.
What is this? Oh, this is him getting his GT Big. Yep. I forgot this is where it was.
Lynn's gotta go grab the big bomb. Alright.
Alright. Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, if Lynn was paying it, is there anything actually blocking you from? I don't think there actually was.
I mean, yes, but again, we're so deep into the seed, and because like the 5/6 is swamp, which is locked by the hook shot, which is locked by the bow. That is out of logic for him.
Yes, yes, that's it.
Which is also, the Mire Big was behind the Fire Rod, which is also, again, there's.
Yeah.
You want to try to hold on to logic to see, which is generally what you want to try to do as much as possible, but there still just comes a time where you're just like, this. Alright, so Lynn probably going to rush over to Flu 5, which is going to be what he wants. We do have our next finisher, Dare Dash, finishing 6th in the live race, 7th overall. Should be seed number 15.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright, so this is good for Lynn. Lynn will hit go mode. Vex has his 7 crystals. He just needs to get back to the boots.
Yeah. Wait. Come on. Yeah. It's a particularly tortuous logic chain to put this all in logic, but
yeah, and he's gonna do Trinex, which makes total sense. It's just unfortunate that it's not it, because this will also probably lead him to an Eastern clear. Yeah.
To bring it back your analogy earlier from when you were splitting in blackjack, this is kind of one of those things where it's like, this is his most dense route with what he has left. So,
Yeah.
It just makes a lot of unfortunate sense, and it's just like, well, yeah, everybody finished sooner, but maybe they just grabbed the one bit of any of the stuff that they had skipped earlier.
Yeah, and like, given the location of these items, Trinex is a perfectly reasonable play to consider your boots.
Yeah. We'll go now to kind of start chasing entrances. Gel's rating us because I think he was he was hosting game in AFG.
Yep.
Both of them finished.
Welcome, Raiders. We're having an interesting time here, given that Lynn picking up 7 crystals with Aga 2 down, so he'll just need to go to Ganon. Moogle needs to find his connector to Desert. Of course, he doesn't know that yet. And Vex, in the biggest pickle of them all, having done Swamp, has 7 crystals. Skipped the boots.
Yeah. Blaine opting not to save and quit, probably just to save magic and health.
Yeah, we assume he just skipped Compass Room because he did left side. Didn't have the big key, so that is the only thing that could potentially bring him back. But still.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have our next finisher, by the way, Ramond, 7th live, 8th overall. Half of the spots are taken. There are 8 spots remaining.
Yeah. Like, the one thing that'll get Vex back over there potentially is, they didn't go back and do Eastern. Is if Vex goes and maybe drags the big bomb back.
I'm surprised he didn't go back for Eastern.
Maybe he figures... I'm gonna guess Vex early figures that it's Desert Small and he doesn't need it.
Well, I mean, still, but like, still fine boots. Plasma Kappa finishing 8th in the live race and 9th overall. As chat did point out, there is still an async finisher out there. So we're down to 7 spots remaining. And Lynn gonna inevitably be one of those spots. That'd be pretty impressive if we drop it, but... Alright, Moogle gonna do this entrance. Hopefully he then remembers about the connector. But I'm also a little concerned, given that he hasn't done the connector for Bumper Ledge, that he takes that.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it you know, when it's not there, maybe he goes back and checks the other because like I'm not really sure what he has remaining.
Yeah.
He might. It looks like there's still checks in Swamp for him. He might end up back in Swamp. He might end up doing Aga. Like that's not an unrealistic play. That's eventually for him. Although again, I can't imagine if he's looking at the race that he has to consider that that's not the play. GG's to Lynn, finishing 9th in the live race, 10th overall.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll try to get Glenn in for an interview if he wants to join.
Yeah. Moogle is taking this connector. Where did this lead?
This is bottom side of Upper Ledge.
That's unfortunate. That's not what we want.
Alright. Vex is gonna go do Big Bomb turn in, which will probably end up going into Swamp, because what else is he gonna do?
Yeah?
And is going to hate himself.
All right, our next live finisher, Artie Walsh, 10th live, 11th overall, down to 5. You are heavily stressed at this point if you are not in go mode. All right,
Moogle's
Moogle's gonna
start
climb.
Yeah.
Good.
See Lynn. We'll go grab him. GG's, Lynn. Congratulations.
Hello, GG's.
What a
This is-
stupid logical seed.
I don't know. I kind of lost it at some point, but like, sure. There's
I
just
mean, your
things.
bow ain't in logic, which puts your hook
Yeah,
shot,
no.
your fire.
I know. I don't care.
I know.
Yeah. This
I know.
was a
I know
mess.
the logical glove was probably the one that the dark
It was.
version shot.
Yep.
Probably.
Yep.
Yeah. Your logical bow, for the record, is sitting in the Misery Mire entrance at Agina's cave.
Oh. But my next
But you're never
entrance.
checking. Yeah.
Nice.
But you were never going to check. Yeah, we were kind of lamenting for a little bit. It's like, we haven't seen any like other bow or other swords, so like this could be a problem. And then all of a sudden, you just pull 2 swords out of the client.
I thought about it. I actually like when I found Bumper, I thought about it. But like, I have cape, I have hook shot, I can go, but also I want to do pot. Like the whole loop. Me going to that area was to go to the Bohan shop to get a refill for ice battles. That was the whole point of this.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you're like, oh hey, it's Samaria, and I'm happy.
Yep. Also, real quick, we have had a number of finishers. Brad Kuhn, our other async runner, finishing. Tito's finishing shortly afterwards. TT Chaos. We are down to 2 spots left.
Yeah. And then here comes the unfortunate feels bad for Vex, who has already done Swamp Palace, but does not have the boots.
Wait, what?
Don't ask, Lynn.
Yeah. Vex was in the best shape, having already had Desert done and in Swamp, and left behind the boots that he just picked up.
What Moogle looking for? He found that. He's just climbing to kill Ganon. Okay.
He still needs to
Moogle
find Desert.
Yeah.
He doesn't know. What? Do you know what the flute is?
No one has the flute.
But Vex is now essentially in God mode.
I am highly suspicious the flute is behind the Desert Small Key that's behind Aggo 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
I already. I mean, it could still be Meyer in my spot, but like that's to be done, right?
No,
like, there's no way the game gives me almost everything, only missing a TR key, right?
You never turned into mushroom when that was the last Meyer Small.
Okay. I did turn the mushroom, but didn't go back.
Yeah, that was okay. That was the last Meyer Small. Yeah, no, it's Desert Small.
It was becoming very risky that like, oh, it could actually be the Swamp Small behind Aggo 1, given like, your CT Small on Ped, which is behind like all 4 TR keys, all 4 GT keys, all of the Skullwoods keys, which ended up being behind all of the Meyer keys. We have another finish. We have Paulino. We have 1 spot remaining.
Oh boy.
Vex only needs to climb.
Vex only needs to climb.
Spot. Moogle needs to do exactly what I did here and to run to that bumper entrance. I think.
Yeah.
Right now, from this spot, to maybe have a chance. I don't know who else.
Vex, what are we doing here? No shot.
Yeah.
You were climbing.
Okay, I think he forgot what was on Torch, and I was hoping it was a sword.
Even then, that's still. I'm kind of glad I'm pretty sure going back through bumper was faster than anything else.
Yeah. Look, just you were saving your 15 hearts raid mail health.
Oh, like saving quit, but I feel like going through bumper is just faster. Like it puts me where I need to be, where I want to be.
Yeah.
All right, I'm taking a peek at other runners. Poor Doc Marty is not gonna be it. He's missing the He's missing the Meyer big key.
He has the hookshot out. He's going to the correct direction. Nope.
No.
He's gonna
take the bumper ledge one.
Yeah, he Moogle put off checking hookshot cave entrance for a long time, so he never found the dam. Vex checked the dam, never checked the flooded item for a while.
How to saying flute was vanilla.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Lol.
You're basically boots for going. That's easy. So like, going to GT finally. No, you don't even.
You need the boots for.
Yeah. And logically the cape, so you could get into the Maya region to get your bow, to get your hook shot, to start off the tires.
Just a lot of BS logical seed.
Yeah.
I hated those mids, by the way, or that other glove location, because it was like, I could go to castle, but I have that ice palace entrance as you're looking at me.
Yep. Yeah. I was just like, it's like, oh, I could just go do that, and that'd be nice. And then I'm like,
and obviously I chose wrong.
yeah, I mean,
I was kind of playing that one safe. I didn't check if I needed to climb it.
Bot 5 entrance. So it is a connector. Chat has indicated that the flute is vanilla, the shovel, and the shovel is on GT Torch, which Moogle did not pick up. So
the same. I mean, I did literally the same.
Yeah.
I was like, I have one key, I can do right side. Nope. We're climbing. Oh, there's a last tier small. Okay. Nice. Nice bow.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice bow. That bow locks so much. Get a magic bat check from Moogle. Vex is running, but we just had our last finisher.
Yeah.
Jesse taking that last spot to 1944. So that'll be our 16 runners. GG's to everybody. I did see Moogle did pop a forfeit. Unfortunate, so get GG's in chat. Vex, super close, but not quite there. And then Doc Marty, looks like he ran into a similar issue to Vex earlier in that he did Skull Woods without the fire rod and just never went back for that entrance to get the Meyer Big.
Yeah.
But GG's. This is a fun, again, this one race every year is amazing. Whether you're a part of it or whether you're just watching it. And to kind of give just some general, now that we have all of the runners, you know, it's literally just because none of these runners make the bye week, it's literally just 1 versus 16. So in this case, it's Gamma versus Jesse, Telethar, Paulino.
Yeah.
Alizin, TT Chaos. I think that's where Breadcoon comes. Nope. AFG Tito's, Eris Breadcoon, Daredash Aldi Walsh. No, wait, no. I'm missing the fact that GGW finished first. Haha.
Yeah. GDW Jesse.
I'm 10th. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you are
Thanks for
10.
reminding me.
Vex is thrown in the towel.
Yep. He's not going to be joining us, but GG's to him. Don't know if Moogle will be joining us, but again, just fun race all the fuck way around.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, it was a logical Agapet seed. If we were somewhere else, I'm sure people would be really, really freaking happy, Lynn. But, you know.
yeah, GG's. Doesn't look like we're gonna get Moogle. I didn't see that he didn't post. I don't see him in a waiting room. So yeah, so I think
the thing about why I decided to go for that connector, by the way, is just like I just want to have no entrances. I know that connector has to get to the Maya area. It has to.
Yeah.
It has to.
I mean, in the end, it didn't have to, but it's still
Yeah,
like we recognize that, like, okay, you're chasing connectors, like, you can see, but yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I can see it. I can see it. I have every other entrance, even GT.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
wow.
There's gotta be a way. And it's just like, and then it's just like, oh, it's mini Baldarm game. It's like, oh no, well, at least I'll do this because this could be the flute that I need. But yeah.
Exactly. Or a sword, because I didn't have a sword yet.
Good sword's the seed.
Yes. Yeah, you got a sword to start, and then every other one was terrible. Well, 2 of them were free, but the third one, the one that was sitting around for a while, was just terrible.
Yeah, major shout outs to everyone who helped track and restream, not just for us as ESR, but if you were just part of the restreams in general.
It was even bigger than the previous year because less weeks, so more runners for this week, if I remember correctly.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And more spots too, but that's...
and more spots doesn't make it any less stressful.
Yeah.
Because like you see Gamma and GDWs finish in the 140s, and you're not in go mode, which, like, if it were previous years, you'd think, oh no, I'm in major trouble. But since you're only like, okay, I only need to beat 3, it's still fine. But it just, you were still facing a GT climb, a fine desert. Like, I imagine you probably felt okay, but it's still a little stressful.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no. Welcome in the LTTB Restreams crew. Nori in chat, Nori telling us that Brett's final time was 2:12.12 and finished in 12th.
Nice.
Good.
But
I think that's it. Yeah, we're not gonna get Moogle, so unless Lynn, GG's, congrats. Good luck in the tournament as you now are in brackets.
Thank you.
And Top File, thank you for commentating with me. This is always fun. Tummeltalk, Pichu for tracking 3 runners. Amazing effort. You guys are the MVPs. Pichu, you already know that you're like secretly in the tournament as like the 0 seed, so you've already won. But yeah, thank you guys, and I think that'll be it for me. I'll leave any final comments over to you guys.
I've got nothing. I'm sorry for spontaneously laughing for like a minute straight when Lynn read pedestal for the first time. But, see, dad jokes.
Did. All right. Well, I'm going to throw us over to the honors and get us out of here then. Have a good rest of the day, everyone.